Heavy move, I think, to get him into the locker room and back on the squad.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Now, here's Exum. Defense right on him. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it on the fast break chance. And the dunk by Towns.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now, here's Exum. Got it. Good job in the low post. Here's Rubio. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the inside, and stolen by Hayward. And so off the tip, it's Utah. The starters for the Utah Jazz. The forwards are Hayward and Favors, Exum and Burks, their backcourt, and it's Gobert in at the center. Now, here's Burks. Outside Favors. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Excellent D there from Garnett. Well, the Jazz look like the team we're used to seeing for so long last year. A big part of that was how they dictated the pace, Greg, of the game.
Very good point. I mean, the Jazz did a great job of slowing things down and avoiding turning things into a track meet, just focusing on playing to their strength.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. Jazz on D. Garnett in the post, working on Favors, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
Oh, the big man rocking the rim. Good aggressive finish right there.
And usually he leaves those to his teammates.
And you know, guys, with his length, I think he needs to attack the basket much more. Those dunks should be routine for him.
And the Jazz with possession here after the basket by Minnesota. Just 5 on the clock. Hayward dishes to Gobert. The shot no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Remains Minnesota ball.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Gobert with a screen on Rubio. Pass to Hayward. Gobert the screen. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist from Favors. Hayward's got his first 3 points of the game.
It only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Martin attacking. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Now, here's Exum. He's covered closely. Pass to Hayward. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here we go. And finished off by Martin.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
The Timberwolves another fast break chance here. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
Now, here's Burks. It's blocked. And now Martin pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but you saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Now, here's Burks, covered by Martin. Gobert with a screen for Burks. And it's Exum in the corner. And he gets it to go from the corner. Exum's got his first points of the night.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
Now here's Towns. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Good on the second free throw. And here's Exum. The feed now to Favors. To the paint. That's tipped. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Fast break, Minnesota. Rubio's got the ball and finished off by Martin.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Favors against Garnett. Down low, out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 20-5 run. On the wing, Wiggins. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. Very strong start to the career last year of Andrew Wiggins out of Kansas. Just 1 year with the Jayhawks. Came out strong early on, and Clarkie never slowed down.
Yeah, found his stride early and just kept strutting his stuff right to the tune of Rookie of the Year.
And Utah making a change here. Booker's checked in.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage. Well, Wiggins won the Roy last year, and really deservedly so. He was the early favorite to win it, led all rookies in scoring, and wasn't really close. Put up almost 17 points per game, and he shot the ball from the perimeter far better than most thought he would.
There's the bucket. Good.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
The drive by Rubio. Now the dish to Towns with the fadeaway. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You know, for Wiggins, he was also the rookie leader in minutes played. He quickly became the go-to player for the Wolves, and no other rookie carried as much offensive responsibility as did Wiggins.
Here's Rubio following the bucket by the Jazz. Kevin Martin on the wing. Dishes it to Garnett. No luck. The Jazz go the other way with it. Here's Exum. Down low. Here's Booker, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And And a regroup necessary. Timeout called by Quinn Snyder.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
Hayward can hit.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. Here's Wiggins, and he banks in the layup. Wiggins has got 6. You were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins.
And the Jazz with possession here. After the basket by Minnesota. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Goes up and finished off by Martin.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Rubio. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Poke loose. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Up top, Rubio. He feeds it to Towns. Kicks to Wiggins. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
For Utah, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Passes it to Hayward. Here's Towns. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Now here's Hayward. He has 5. And it's blocked. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
So here's Burks following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And finished off by Martin.
And they looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
And the basket by Rubio.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
And for the Jazz, they're shooting 43% since taking the floor today.
And last season, really a tale of two halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
Now, here's Exum. Clock at 4. Hayward goes in. Another miss by Utah.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Wiggins passes to Garnett. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. Well, the Wolves improved just very slightly last year in terms of wins, Clark. The quality of play on the floor, though, was visible.
Yeah, and the team's point differential was a lot better with Rubio in the lineup. They did have some big wins over quality teams, and Rubio's impact was certainly noticeable.
The Jazz making a switch here. Miles checked in for Trevor Booker. Joe Ingles comes in for Gordon Hayward. Goods checked in for Alec Burks. And Trey Burks subbed in for Dante Exum. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Towns comes with a double team. Here's Ingles. And the three ball is good. Ingles has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And it's Rubio penetrating. Good.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
And, guys, that's an alley-oop I guarantee you we'll be seeing on the highlight reels for the next few days.
Stolen by Rubio. And here we go. Rubio heading to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup. Rubio's got 10 points in the game.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancer.
We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly